I'm Colleen Gale. I live in the Willis area. I moved here about probably 10 years ago to this area. We lived for a year in Blacksburg, and everyone kept telling us, "Oh, you and Michael belong in Floyd." So we came to Florida. We found that we really enjoy Floyd. We liked the rural area, so we bought a few trees and some land, and we stayed. I have a varied background. I'm a cultural anthropologist. By hobby, I do have a minor in it. I am an oral historian. I have a degree in history. As for the beacon, I saw a need, and I had been talking to my friend, and we had discussed that there just wasn't enough information. And then one day I was at a polling place working as an election official, and people were coming in and saying, who are we voting for? Why are we having this election? I was really kind of taken aback because politics has always been very important to me. I think we need to know who we're electing and do research and know what the topics and the issues are and how our decisions are going to affect the future. So I called my friend and I said, "Hey, do you want to start a newspaper?" And she said, "Sure." And we didn't know what we were getting into. When I said newspaper, I thought, a little 2 or 4 page kind of little journal or broadsheet, whatever you might call that. And we started out at, that was in July, end of June, first part of June of last year. And by September 1st, we had our first issue. What we thought was going to be 2 or 4 pages locally picked up at the grocery store turned out to start at 15 pages. I'll take that back. At 12 pages actually, and 500 copies. And 2 weeks later it was 16 pages and 750 copies. And 2 weeks later it was 15 pages and 1,000 copies. And people just wanted more information. The comments we got were, "It's about us." It's about us. It's about who we are and why we are the way we are and what our history is and what's going on locally in our community. It's about conservative values and factual information. They were just, I guess the world is excited and thrilled to have the paper. And it just kept growing. We had the Roanoke Times call me and ask me why I started a newspaper in a time when everybody was closing print news. And that, they were being bought up by people like Lee Enterprise. And I wouldn't answer those questions. I didn't have answers to those questions because we never started out to be competition for any other newspaper. We started out to present factual information, and we hope that we have been doing that. We've tried really hard. Sometimes it's controversial because that's what's going on in Floyd. Sometimes it's just, apple pie because that's what's going on in Floyd. I don't want to create the news. I don't want to report very often on things like crime because that's not Floyd. Those are consequences of people's choices. And the community of Floyd is not about who does something wrong. It's about who does something right. And that's what we would like to portray. Somebody sends me a political article. We go through and find facts for that. If we don't print ad hominem attacks, we don't seek to make someone look bad with anything that we print. I will print someone's point of view as long as they say it's their point of view, okay? I want facts and references if it's other than that. I have a beacon over here. It's really a yard light, okay? But it reminds me of the beacon and sometimes I look at that and I go, how to shine a light best on something? Not just my point of view because everybody has one and I gratefully had the opportunity to express mine through the paper. When we shine a light on government, when we say that I don't want to be critical of government, what I want to say is this is what's really happening. This is what is being decided. These are the issues and the topics coming to fore in our community, and perhaps as a citizen you should be concerned and read what they are, want to know what they are. When we were deciding on how to present the paper, okay, you have to remember originally that it wasn't our goal, so all of a sudden we are like, people want us to really produce a paper. We would talk about family, and we would talk about things that were important to us and where we got information, and how it was kind of like, it was like you go through your day like you go through your house. You get up and you go to your front porch and you pick up your paper or see what the day is like, okay? So that's what our front porch is about. Our front page is not part of the front porch. It's whatever big story might happen or whatever we think might be of interest, like the new ambulances, or a politician comes to town. The front porch begins on page 2, and it is about specific things that are happening in your community that you might find interesting to discuss during your day with someone, or if you have a few minutes, look up on your phone. So this is what's going on in our community: the Board of Supervisors, the school board meeting, the town planning council, the town council, maybe the Chamber of Commerce might have something there if I had attended a meeting and there was something they wanted me to speak about. You're around the table and say, these are things you might discuss with your family. Hey, there's a softball game, or so-and-so hit a home run, or here's the calendar, do we want to attend this event? You kind of organize your day there. The back porch, at the end of the day, you come home and you take your shoes off, you get your lemonade, and you go sit on the porch swing or around the table, or do a puzzle or something with your family, and you talk about, you might be interested to kick off your shoes and relax. Oh, look, this is a story about how the old bank that was here, or the old bridge that was here, or how this building is being turned for a new purpose, but it really has a history here. That kind of thing. Because it is participatory journalism, we don't have reporters as such. I have a few people who are contributors to the paper on a pretty regular basis. We are gaining more and more of them. I'm actually getting to the point now where I have to make a choice as to what I'm going to put in the paper, because the paper is an expensive paper to create. And the bigger it gets, the more expensive it gets. And so we have to, as everyone else, stay on a budget. We want to do more sports. We ask that our moms and dads and sisters and brothers, if you go to a sports event and you see something really great, or it's an exciting game, write it up for me. Tell me what you thought about it. It's kind of, it's our community, and if we want our community to know what we're doing and what we're succeeding at and what we're having fun with, then that's the place to do it. If people don't participate, they get the results of no participation, and that might sound pretty hard, but it also should encourage people to become involved. We are trying to expand a little out of just Floyd County. We are going to have to do that because we are more than Floyd County. We live in Floyd County every night, and we leave Floyd County very sadly to shop and go to work. And I think, and that's why the paper is so pro small business. We keep our advertising rates down as low as we can, and when we have to increase them, they are increased only because the paper has to have the revenue, because it is, as with any paper, advertising supports the paper. And we have a limited amount of advertising potential in Floyd because we are we only have one town in the whole county of Floyd, okay? There are only so many businesses. It's not the business owner's fault. They do everything they can to support us. It is the geographics. So we're beginning to reach a little bit out of Floyd County into Montgomery County. And Floyd used to at one time be part of Montgomery County. I think everything was part of Montgomery County at one time from history. into Radford and Pulaski and to Carroll County, down in Reinert. I don't know that we're going to go towards Roanoke yet. The paper's kind of like we're letting it flow, letting it happen. It's what the community wants, and I think that's the best way to approach news.
Yep.
And getting to meet some people who were involved with Replenish and liking what Replenish is doing for the community, giving opportunity for families to get together and have fun, and in an atmosphere that's unthreatening and friendly and Christian. And the more I found out about it, the more I wanted to be a part of something that supported the community that completely. Because those are our goals. Our goal was to support the community and help the community come together to be a better community, stronger and more meeting the needs of the citizens of that community. And knowledge, information is what allows that to happen. And the voice of the citizens is the only thing a newspaper should be talking about. If it isn't the voice of the people, whose voice is it? It's the 1-year anniversary on September 1st of the Floyd Beacon, and for those of us at the Beacon, it's been a really incredible year. Growing, getting to know the community getting to know us and to trust us. And without the support of the communities and our readership, we wouldn't exist. We couldn't do the job that we do. I get support from so many people. For our small businesses, our local businesses, I want to thank them for the trust that they've given us with their advertising dollars, and the fact that they took a leap. I mean, on September 1st, there had never been another issue of the Floyd Beacon, and now we're going to have 24 issues on the 1st of September. With the help of some really good people, we're creating a web page, and our advertisers are going to have the opportunity to reach a wider variety of customers. Our readers are going to have a wider variety of stories because we can put things on a web page that we can't print in a limited amount of space in a paper, so it will be updated more often. There'll be several ways to subscribe to the paper. You can pick it up at the store, you can have it sent to your home, or you can get it digitally online, or you can have it sent to your home and online. If you're going to have the opportunity to see video, to maybe have a blog, where I think we might have a blog on our website. It's going to be more than just a digital version of the newspaper, but the entire paper will be there. And